The largest freshwater lake in South America and the highest lake in the entire planet is Lake Titicaca. One of the very few ancient lakes on Earth, Titicaca is estimated to be 1 million years old. At 3,810 meters or 12,500 feet above sea level, Lake Titicaca is positioned between Bolivia to the east and Peru to the west. It spans from northwest to southeast for a distance of 120 miles or 190 kilometers, and it has an area of 3,200 square miles or 8,300 square kilometers. At its broadest point, it is 50 miles or 80 kilometers across. The lake is split into two bodies of water by the Tiquina Strait. Lake Huanamarca in Bolivia and Lake Pequio in Peru are the names of the smaller, southeasterly bodies of water. The huge basin that contains the majority of the high plateau of the northern Andes contains Lake Titicaca, which is situated between Andean mountains. Some of the highest peaks in the Andes reach heights of more than 21 feet or 6,400 meters on the snow-covered Cordillera Real on the lake's northeastern Bolivian shore. The level of Titicaca varies seasonally and over a period of years. The lake level rises throughout the wet season, which lasts from December to March, only to drop during the dry winter months. The water's average surface temperature is 56 Fahrenheit or 14 Celsius. However, temperatures drop to 52 Fahrenheit or 11 Celsius near the bottom due to a thermocline and a depth of 66 feet or 20 meters. Studies reveal that the water contains detectable levels of sodium chloride, sodium sulfate, calcium sulfate, and magnesium sulfate. The lake's depth ranges from 460 to 600 feet or 140 to 180 meters on average, although the bottom abruptly slopes toward the Bolivian coast, reaching a maximum depth of 920 feet or 280 meters at Isla Soto in the northeastern corner of the lake. More than 25 rivers flow their water into Titicaca. The largest, the Ramis, enters the northwest corner of the lake and drains roughly 2/5 of the entire Titicaca basin. There is proof that there have always been people living around the lake. The impressive remains and both physical and intangible components discuss various settings, the administration of the land, and its use through distinctive and exceptional cultural representations. This evidence demonstrates the continuous relationship between man and nature throughout time, from the emergence and growth of Andean pre-Hispanic societies to the present. The existence of cultures like Pucara, Tiwanaku, Kalalupaca, and the Inca is clearly demonstrated by the archaeological architectural structures of tremendous singularity found in some places like Silistani, Cutimbo, Pucara, and Tiwanaku, as well as on the Isla del Sol. Pre-Hispanic farming methods, such as the so-called Waru Warrior or ridges of furrows, the incredible terraces that can be found on various lake islands, and the Totara reed, also known as floating islands, in the middle of the lake, are expressions of exceptional value and proof of land use and environmental management. There is no record of Lake Titicaca's prehistoric or protohistoric name. The Lake Titicaca region likely lacked a single, recognized name in ancient times due to the numerous indigenous communities who inhabited it. There are numerous ways to interpret the words Titi and Caca. According to Weston Labar, the Aymara believed that the lake's proper name, which translates to discolored, lead-colored puma, should have been adopted. This term alludes to the holy rock that can be found in Isla del Sol. The lake is home to enormous numbers of aquatic birds, and on August 26, 1998, UNESCO classified it as a Ramsar site, designating it as being of international importance under the Ramsar Convention. Numerous endangered species, including the flightless Titicaca grebe and the large Titicaca water frog, are mostly or fully confined to the lake. Now here are some interesting facts you might not know. The names the birthplace of the sun and the birthplace of the Incas both refer to Lake Titicaca. According to Inca mythology, this is where the first Inca king was born. Later, the gods gave him a woman, and together they founded a tribe that would eventually grow into the great Inca Empire. Throughout Lake Titicaca, there are more than 40 islands that are home to a diverse population, rolling hills, and intriguing old ruins. Most of them are populated, with the island of the Sun on the Bolivian side being the biggest. More than 180 prehistoric Incan ruins can be found on only this one island. It is incredible that potatoes and quinoa can be grown at this height, and the area's 228,000 residents are supported by the enormous body of water which produces a warmer and more humid atmosphere than you'd expect. That was all for now. If you want more videos like this, please like, subscribe, and leave us a comment for more topics.